コミックパンダ.
This all happened 8 years ago. At the time, I was on summer vacation. Hey, let's go visit your grandpa and grandma. We were reaching the end of the vacation, so I already used all of the fun money I set aside. I figured I might as well go because I could have a little fun. My grandparents lived far away on an island without any large buildings. It felt isolated from the rest of the society. There were small shrines dotted around the island, but the shrines were for something really strange. They were for a small, one-eyed child. The one-eyed child was really creepy. I was thinking that it must be a native god or something like that. We drove around 1 hour from the harbor before we made it to my grandparents' house. You've gotten big! My grandfather really piled it on when he greeted me. When we got into my grandparents' living room, I noticed a hanging scroll. The one-eyed child was drawn on that scroll. Gramps, what's this? That's a symbol of something ominous that happened. It is called the Shimanao. It is something that the foolish people on this island brought into existence. I wondered why it was deified at the shrines on the island, but I decided not to ask. I didn't have anything to do at my grandparents' house. There was a hill behind the house, so I decided to climb up it. The view from the top of the hill was amazing, but soon I fell asleep. When I woke up, the sun was setting. I thought that everyone might be worried about me, so I stood up. Suddenly, I could hear a strange moan.
Acid! Acid!
Turning around, I could see a kid that was around 2 or 3 years old. It was dark, so I could not see his face, but I could see he was wearing something like a brown short coat. I had no idea what he was saying. The child held his hand out to me. He held out his hand like he was going to give me something. The kid dropped something into my hand and suddenly disappeared. I got back to the light of the house and was able to check what the child gave me. It was a necklace. The necklace was dirty and didn't look good, so I threw it into a garbage. It was getting late at night and I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep at all because I had a nap in the middle of the day.
Why?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the bedroom window, so I looked in that direction.
Why? Why did you throw me away?
Ah! I thought I was going to die. The child grabbed my arm before disappearing entirely. What happened? My parents and grandparents, who were sleeping in the next room, ran to my room when they heard my scream. Just met the Shimanao. Really? Did you really just meet it? It didn't curse you, did it? My grandfather asked me with a horrible look on his face, so I couldn't reply. After that, I looked for the necklaces in the garbage can, but I couldn't find it. I went to sleep after that, but I was very depressed in the morning. I was sitting outside of the house when my grandfather saw me and came over to talk with me. Over 70 years ago, there was a brother and sister that lived here. They were part of a very loving family, but their love grew to the point that the sister got pregnant with the brother's baby. It was against the law of the religion of the island to have such a baby. It was stated that those to break the law must be put to death. The brother and sister ran away as soon as they knew what was going to happen to them. The people of the island did not allow any boats off the island, and search for the brother and sister. When you find them, kill them! The brother and sister found a small shop. At that time, the sister was carrying the baby. The islanders that found them tried to take the baby and kill them. Ah! They could not speak after seeing the child. That child only had one eye. The brother and sister were put to death. The islanders, who were afraid of being cursed, hesitated when it came to killing the child. The islanders decided that they did not know what would happen if they let the child live, so they killed it in cold blood. A few days after that happened, two of the islanders who helped in the killing of the brother and sister died in a strange way. Also, over 30 people that oversaw the death of the child and searched for the parents died strangely. The islanders all thought it must be the child's curse, so they decided to build shrines to the child all across the island. After that, the child started to appear to people on the island. It offers up a necklace, which was a token of love from its mother. No one knows why it does that. My grandfather's story made me feel so sad. It has been 8 years from that night, but my grandparents are still alive and well. I go to the island once a year to see them. I don't know why I wasn't cursed on that night. Every time I go to my grandparents' house now, I make sure to pray at the shrine to Shimanao.